Welcome to Tag Your Neighbor, a platform designed to explore the art of networking amongst New York's hottest Black creatives. My name is Janae, the host of Tag Your It, and today we're exploring partnerships, creativity, and purpose. So, to make this segment meaningful, we're turning it into an engaging panel that explores the paths that our panelists have gone through to their success. We'll be diving into their stories in 4 distinct seasons. So, just like the rhythm of life itself, each season reflects on their journey. So, we're starting from the beginning, we're going through their peak, their breakthrough, and all the things in between. Welcome to Tag Your Neighbor. What sparked the idea for Dope Barbecue? And how did you create a unique space for blending music and culture?
I remember walking around here. Actually, it's funny enough. I was walking around here one day because I'm like a reformed hipster. As I was like walking around here a lot, and I saw this brick building, and this Asian lady was inside, and I walked into her, and I was like, "Hey, I see you having an event here. Like people are drinking, they're smoking, they're like wearing whatever they want. Like, how can I get this?" She was like, "It's $700 for the rental." I was like, "$700? Okay, cool. Like, I'm totally down for that." I got two of my close friends at the time together, and we came up with the General Public, which is the umbrella organization, and then we threw the first Dope Barbecue at the Brass Bottle, which was Black owned. That's how we started, really to create a space where we could just be ourselves. We didn't have to prove anything to anybody, and that's why I started Dope Barbecue.
The spaces are for us and they're safe, like we all come with the same mindset. It's like homecoming. Like I've never had an issue at a homecoming, so you were in Coney Island with thousands of people, and I felt super safe. So thank you for saying that. Jermaine, sorry. I would like to know what made you want to start Lips Cafe. You're always having functions at your space. People are like, we're going to Lips, we're going to Lips. Lips is really the spot. So what made you want to go to start Lips Cafe?
I had a friend, he got me into art. So I would go to like a lot of art galleries. I would go to a lot of art museums. And really what I wanted to open up was an art gallery. Just adjacent to that was like coffee shops and cafes. Like you get a coffee and you go to the art gallery in Chelsea. But I don't know. I had some type of light bulb moment. I was like, yo, I'm from East Flatbush. And we don't have nothing like this. Like when I grew up, it was McDonald's and Caribbean spots, and we had all the grocery store, and we had to go home. There was no place to like sit and work. There was no place to like just be. I took a chance. Like there was no blueprint for what I did. Like there was no blueprint. Like it was just me like taking a chance on my people. If you had a dope idea, I want you to bring it to Lips. I want you to see that actualized, because once you see something happen in real time, you don't know where that could take you. It was always about just community. It was always about bringing what I saw, what inspired me in other areas to where I'm from. And I did it with my mom. So it's always been family.
We need safe spaces for us to be ourselves. We need safe spaces for us to progress, work with each other, right? And literally tag each other in, tag your neighbor. Justin, I wanted to ask you what motivated you to start Just 10H. And you have menswear, women's wear, and children's wear. Why did you want to be universal in that way?
I started working at the Gap. I worked there and I ended up staying at the Gap for 19 years. Worked my way all the way up to sales supervisor. I was actually assistant manager, and then from there I went to visual merchandising. So visual merchandising was my eye because I knew I wanted to work with clothing. I got recruited to Aldo Shoes, and I was working at Aldo Shoes for a year, and I was the regional director there. And then from there I got recruited to Brooks Brothers and LVMH. At that particular time, my job was doing really well. I had maybe about 30 stores I was going around to, company car. I had, the card and everything. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing in fashion. They dismantled my position. At the time, my father was deathly ill. They dismantled my position, so I either had to go move to Chicago, where they offered me a very huge salary, or I can go back and dress windows to what I was doing before, and I was not going to do that. So I felt I owed it to my mom and my dad to stay here and do what I need to do, and that was my prime time to start Just 10H. So I remember walking in there, and I gave my boss my notice, and I didn't give him 2 weeks. I just told him I had to leave because I knew if I stayed for 2 weeks, they were going to try to keep me. And I walked out of there. I had zero, when I tell you zero, and I'm wondering, how am I going to start this brand with zero money? But from there now, fast forward now, I wouldn't take anything back from what I did. I knew I wanted to outfit men, women, and children in everyday wear. When I started this brand, it needed to be something that people can walk in get one-of-a-kind things and leave out knowing that this is the only thing that they see and be true to that. So for 16 years, I've been true to that. And that's what really geared me to start Just the Natures, to make sure that I actually brought fashion to everyday life and everyday people.
What role has collaboration played in scaling up your business, and what is the most substantial collaboration you feel like you've had?
One of the first collaborations we had that really worked out was my boy Colin. We ended up going to Antigua. People were like, yo, Dope Barbecue is cool. You should talk to him. And I said, okay, cool. And he had a travel group going. And then I was able to go to Antigua twice and do Dope Barbecue and Mixie Brunch out there.
Lateral collaboration is one of the main things. You network with the people that you know, because you probably have similar interests and you can honestly just grow together. They know you, right? They like the people that are here right now, they come from out of town, so they believe in what I'm doing. So work with people that believe in you and it will make things easier.
My most important collaboration has been with the community that I'm in.
Yeah.
Like you talk about lateral, like Lips literally grew on lateral collaborations, like people just coming in and having ideas, and I'm inspired by them, they inspired by me, and we working together. And then you scale that in, and now a Target hits you up or a Nike hits you up. I was always focused on like, how do I get the community in here involved? How do I get young Black professionals involved? How do I make them feel comfortable? How do I grow with them? How do I, we feed off each other's ideas and networks. My most impactful ideas have been young Black professionals, like been people that look like me. My most important collaboration, like outside of all that I think like really helped us grow was it happened organically too. I was doing Insecure Sundays on the last season of Insecure. And from that, like people were coming every Sunday to watch it at Lips, and it's Array and HBO. They got a hold of it, and they kind of helped grow that platform. And then like that, we got a lot of exposure from just doing that.
What I hear from that is like, stick to yourself, stay to your true self, and whatever's gonna come is gonna come naturally. Thank you, Justin.
Well, my industry is a little different when it comes to collaboration. It's not a collaboratory industry. What was more impactful in fashion industry for me was finding the right people to collaborate
I was
with.
gonna say, how do you build your team?
Yeah.
Because you definitely have a strong support system, right?
Exactly.
You have a team that's here with you. So
Yeah,
how do
and
you
they're
build
all
your
here
team?
and they stay with me.
Yeah.
I think number one in fashion, you have to find, like you said, your team. But you have to find the people that are in it for the right reason, just to collab, with the sneakers and the clothes. One was my Adidas for Japan. That was the biggest one for me. But that also came with them seeing the teamwork that I had.
Yeah, building a team is the most important thing. I will say, like, one of my major partners is my DJ, Story King Brent. Make sure you follow Story King Brent. When I mean Brent and I collaborate on every single thing, every party that you see me talking about from this event. I'm talking about my thought partner. I'm on FaceTime with Brent, like, help me practice this, help me practice that. But Brent, and I can just I can go through all the names, but number one person is like Brent. Thank you so much. Ultimately, when was the moment that you knew, like, yeah, we got some momentum here?
We were at Lot 45, which is like 2 blocks away, and they tell me like Drum is coming. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's like 2016, 2017, like a year in or 2 years in, and Drum pulls up, and my brother was DJing at the time, and Drum is like giving him a flash drive. And I'm, trying to manage the party, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, I don't really like people playing random songs because it can throw off the event sometimes. So he's like, nah, man, I have this new song. And he gets on the mic. He goes, man, I was in my Uber, and they told me I had to come to this barbecue, and I'm about to come drop this new song because we need to smoke this broccoli. And he drops broccoli at Dope Barbecue for the first time. My parents got to come to something. Like when you do things like what I do, 9 times out of 10, your parents don't really get to come. But like seeing my parents there meant so much to me. I'm getting emotional now. I cry all the time.
Me too. Look, me too.
I hate it. I hate it. I'm trying to fight it.
Hey, listen, I understand. My dad is here from Atlanta, so
okay.
I understand.
Yeah. Sorry. I cried that day, too. And my mom is like, what's wrong with Junior? I'm Jamaican. And my dad's like, he's emotional. But to see like 5,000 people there, I remember the NYPD told me like, hey, we started promotion a little late. I don't think we're gonna pack it out. And I was like, I haven't thrown a free event in years. Um, you don't know me. And there were 7,000 people there that day, and my brother was DJing, and it just feels good to put things on for the community and people to really see what you do. And that was something for me that let me know, like, wow, I can do this.
I appreciate that. And thank you for really giving us some thought in your answer. For real. Black men cry. We love it. We love it.
To do what we do, we chose to do, all three of us, is like, you only get credit when you do something great. But there's so many times you fail. There's so many things happen on the back end that no one would ever know to manifest that. And that's what gets us emotional. I think when Lips first opened, it opened 2019, like late November. I remember I had an art gallery event. Art is my first love. And I had an artist come, like a big time artist from DC, artwork in there. And I was so happy that night. Like, I was so happy that night. Like, I was like, this is what I've been waiting for. Like, this is it. And then like a week later, COVID. Like a week later, like, COVID, literally like a week later, like COVID. And I'm like, now I'm back to square one. I'm like, man, like, I don't know what to do. We got to go home for 2 months. Whenever I think about like Lips and what got it from point A to point B, or from point B to point A, how you want to look at it is, George Floyd, like, I feel like he was a martyr. Like, when he passed and what happened to him, it created like a roadmap for Black businesses, not just cafes, coffees. It was like clothing, whatever it was. Like, it was like a roadmap, and people started like flooding the Lips after that. Like, Black people. Every time I think about what got us to where we had, to always like pay homage to him, and what happened to him. If I had to say what was my breakthrough, I would say definitely George Floyd. If I had to say that.
We have our heroes.
For me, it's every event. Every event is a highlight for me. And seeing models come back and trust you, and seeing other people come back, my customers come back. Those are rewarding experiences for me. I can't really pinpoint anything else. I take it day by day, and I take it event by event. And as those progress and as they prosper, that's when I know that I'm still in the game, because in this industry, I can be in today and out tomorrow.
I think for me, it's like really the quality, all that, like, what they call it, quick fashion, or something like that.
Sustainability is
What is it, fast fashion, right? The sustainability is very important. So it's like, clearly you're putting the effort into it. What sets your business and what you're doing apart from anyone else? And the second question would be, how do you define success for your platform? What other things do you use to measure your success?
So what brings people back to Justin H? I'll have to say the uniqueness of the clothing. However, I know that I only have a particular clientele that's made strictly for Justin H. So I don't really try to go and seek and find, and whoever comes to me comes. That's how I am now. Every day I wake up is a success. I don't take anything for granted, as I wake up and as I can actually progress and continue to work in a career that I own and that I can run. That's a success story. So I start there and then build everything else up.
I think what sets me apart is that, like, you can get anything at Lips. Like, you get coffee, you get a cocktail, you get great food, you get the most, space to work. You get a workspace, you get an event space, you get catering. Like, I really have a lot of dynamics to what we do. You get merch, so that is, like, I think what sets us apart in that. And like, you could really come there for like anything you really feeling for. When you walk in the Lips, it's like family. Like, you don't really come in there and be like you comfortable. You comfortable when you in Lips.
What sets Del Barbecue apart? I guess in the beginning it was the community, and then now it's like we become a fully immersive, I think, experience. People really like to use it as a springboard or a platform to kind of promote what they do, and we do give a lot of opportunities to people to assist and to help. And how do I define success? I've been doing this for 10 years. I don't think anybody who started with me is really still going. So I would say, to me, that's a success, to still be reaching new levels and doing new things while and still have that fire to continue to go 10 years in. Like I'm so excited for this upcoming summer. So I think that's how I measure success.
I just want to say thank you guys so much for the panel. Thank y'all for being real and really digging deep and thinking about your journeys. For you, Lenny, specifically, Lenny, his dope barbecue event was actually my first media event. He literally is the reason why I ordered that Tag Your Neighbor microphone that y'all see me carrying around, like literally for your event. So thank you for having that, and yeah, like being that pillar. I just want to say thank you all for sharing your journey, your experiences, giving us advice, really digging deep and talking about how community is very important. That's the whole purpose of Tag Your Neighbor. It's the literal meaning of tag your neighbor. So thank you.